Yo boys, welcome back to another Warzone mobile video. In today's video I wanted to go over what are the best guns in the game currently. So if you guys have just picked up the game, these guns will help you get some dubs for sure. Because a lot of people have been having some issues where sometimes your sights will get auto locked above the enemy's head and you just absolutely can't pull down. These are the weapons I've found to be the most effective, most consistent, and the easiest to use inside of Warzone Mobile. Now starting off, we want to highlight the PDSW 528. This is basically a P90 submachine gun. This thing goes absolutely crazy in close quarters and has little to no recoil. Now keep in mind guys, a lot of these weapons that we're talking about today, we do not have access to actually put attachments on the loadouts. So some of these guns will probably change in the future, and most of them I would suspect will stay within their rights of being the best guns, considering they're almost the best guns with no attachments. So the PDSW is definitely going to be a strong pickup for your close quarters fights when you're in the 20-meter range or less. Now jumping into the ARs, the TAC Q56 is probably the easiest AR I have found to use so far. This thing's absolutely insane, and you can laser people at ungodly ranges with the TAC Q. Now the M4 is decent, but I haven't found too much success with it yet due to the bug I talked about earlier. Moving on from there, the STB 556 is going to absolutely annihilate people also. This was the gun I first started with, and it was my very first main gun. It's not as good as the TAC Q or some of the other guns on the list, but I would say it is definitely needing to make this list. So if you guys run across an STB, especially one that has a lot of attachments, that's really the kicker to this. If you find an STB with a lot of attachments, it's going to be an absolute demon. Now, I've not had a chance to figure out or find the M13B, so I can't really talk about it, but it is one of the highest unlocks in the assault rifle category. Moving into the battle rifles, the TAC QV is also almost like its little baby brother, is also absolutely crazy, but make sure you guys put this in fully auto mode. And the Lockman is decent, it's alright, but I haven't really gravitated towards it too much. Now, in the SMG category, the Lockman sub version is absolutely cracked, because if you guys don't know, under your loadout screen, they have added a bunch of loadouts with a lot of these guns having full attachment sets. We can't customize the attachments, but the attachments they give us definitely make a difference from a base gun. The Lockman submachine gun has 5 attachments in your loadout section, and it absolutely decimates. And it comes with a red dot, so it's definitely a good loadout pickup. Now moving forward from that, one of my absolute favorite SMGs in the game, guys, this thing is basically an AR. I didn't even know it was in the SMG category for the longest time, but it's going to be the FSS Hurricane. This thing, if you get your hands on any variation of the FSS Hurricane, you guys are going to go absolutely nuts with it. Trust me. Currently, it is probably my second favorite gun in the game. This gun is also under loadout number 5 if you guys are wondering how to get it with full attachments. Moving on from there, the Fennec is a good honorable mention for the SMG category, but in my experience, most of the time I pick up the Fennec, its mag size is not large enough, so you guys won't miss your shots necessarily, but you'll basically just break someone, have to reload, and then go at them again. Now, in the LMG category, LMGs are absolutely cracked in Warzone Mobile. These things are insane. Jumping into the number 1 LMG inside the game currently is going to be the 5.56 Icarus. This gun goes crazy, has little to no recoil, and of course, guys, it's an LMG, so it has a ton of ammunition. This will help you take people out of cars and vehicles if they're coming towards you. If multiple people run up on you, you won't necessarily have to reload, and this is a weapon you guys have seen me use in multiple of my gameplays so far. The second best LMG inside of the game is going to be the RAL MG. If you guys get your hands on either one of those LMGs on ground loot, definitely give them a chance, because I promise you guys, you will not be disappointed. Now, moving into the marksman and sniper rifles, I haven't had too much of a chance to play with either of these, but I would say in the higher end of the sniper rifles, they are probably good. I have not figured out if sniper's one-shot headshot or which sniper is the strongest. But so far, these are the best guns inside of Warzone Mobile, and I know it is extremely confusing when you first pick up the game as to which gun should I grab and which gun's better than this gun and all that stuff. So I hope this video helps alleviate some of that stress and helps get you guys on the right track. Now, another thing that I prefaced in my last video and I want to talk about in this one is, if you notice on your guns down at the bottom middle of my screen, there's little orange dots. Those orange dots refer to the rarity of the gun, whereas a common will have no attachments, an epic will have like one, or rare will have one, epic will have two, etc., all the way up to legendary having 5. Now, this is important because as you're looting through the ground loot areas, some variations of these guns will have more attachments than others, and that will just be a more effective version most of the time of that weapon. So be sure to keep your eye on the lookout for that. If you guys did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you learned anything, consider subscribing for the best Warzone Mobile tips. And my name has been Agro, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out.